Oh, tides of change. I guess we'll call it. Sports.
Uh-huh.
I'm taking a lot of abuse here in Tillamook and elsewhere, and I'm tired of being assaulted.
Okay. So who do you want to tell me a little bit about?
Um, my best friend.
Okay. You still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Andrew's in Tillamook?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Name?
Wolnez, Wolnez.
Okay.
I'm a disabled person, and nobody's helping me. Like I'm told to run around in circles. I have mobility issues.
Okay. And you've been calling every time that he has been violating the restraining order?
No, ma'am. I have to go to a friend or family member, and they have to call it in with me, but help. And she called it in, and then the cops showed up and bullied me.
Okay.
This has been
And what did
ongoing since I moved here like 16 months ago. I didn't even want to move here. It wasn't my plan to get victimized out of everything here.
Okay. And when you say bullied, what does that look like?
Well, they sent an officer who they know I'm trying to turn in, which is pretty much all of them now. And he showed up and literally just talked over me, lied about the situation. There was two witnesses there who were trying to help, and he literally wasn't. When I tried to me for trying to turn them into themselves, nobody should be sent to their abusers to turn theirs into themselves. I was raped as a kid, and I can't imagine being forced to turn in the rape to the man that did it.
Yeah, definitely.
Here from Hood River by a guy named James Murphy, and nobody has helped me to turn him in. As far as the crimes committed by Andrew Wolnez, the cops keep breaking the law every time I try to turn him in by literally not hearing a word I say, speaking over me and selling a false narrative. And they know what they're doing is wrong, but they keep doing it.
And the James Murphy guy, you said what was happening with him?
He stalked me here from Hood River.
Okay. Into Tillamook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the thing is, because of Natalie Bollinger's death and how popular it is on the internet, there's a lot of people who see my face, and anywhere that I go, I get targeted because of that. People pretend that I'm a rapist and a murderer and a child molester and all sorts of creepy shit that's not true. I've never been arrested or charged with any form of child abuse. Any to paint me as a violent.
Saying that the abuse is by Andrew?
It is a department as it's been since I got here. All the service.
Did you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
In specific, the two main perpetrators are Lothman and Martinez. I tried telling on them when I first got here, and they ran around telling the homeless community that I was wanted for murder, and I had to clear all that up with the homeless community through numerous ass whoopings. Basically, just people slapping me around until I convinced them to take a look at some evidence. And then they stop smacking me around or they don't. Most of the people that have smacked me around, I don't know them from Adam. I can't turn them in. It's just the repeat offenders that I'm able to even try to turn in. And even then, I have to know their names or the police will pretend like, well, like nothing happened, like I'm inventing them, like I'm making them up. I've got a lot of recordings of the abuse, but I can't get any of these so-called professionals to take a look because the police won't do anything. And meanwhile, they get to use the courts as their own private revenge for trying to tell on them. I literally
This is
had.
all.
Go ahead.
This is all the abuse through city police.
Most of it is through city police, but also with the they sent me around in circles on who I'm supposed to turn it into. Like when I went to the police the first time, they sent me to mental health. Well, when you're being assaulted, you don't need to go to mental health. You need the officer to do something about the assault.
Okay. And when did you get the restraining order against Andrew?
I have a temporary protection order against him right now. It was issued about 2 weeks ago. We were finally able to get court on the 21st, so he was issued with it then. He's been just running around saying the same stuff that the cops told him, that I'm wanted for murder, and then of course he also tries pretending like I'm a pedophile, and obviously that's not the case. Now I'm sure you're probably well aware that pedophiles are pretty disgusting and that, well, a lot of people like to hurt pedophiles. But the thing is, I'm not one, and it's not okay to harm me as if I am one. It's not okay for people who have mental problems of their own to be allowed to target me, to harm me, to threaten me, to hit me, to kick me, to beat in the side of my vehicle, and then pretend like I'm a pedophile as an excuse.
Yeah, of course.
Now, if I was a pedophile, then I would have protections by law. But I'm not, so apparently magically it's okay. Kind of like, if you go bullying somebody who's gay and using the F word at them, then, it's a hate crime. But you can do that to a straight person and it's not a hate crime. I'm just trying to use that as an example of what I'm having to go through here.
Yeah. Did you get any assistance with filling out or submitting the restraining order?
Yes, ma'am. There was a lady named Candace who was able to come through last minute, and it was really shoddily done. But I also have to be able to prepare for it, and I also have to worry about repeated ongoing abuse. He's been calling me from restricted numbers for a couple of days now. Ever since he was given the protection order, he calls me at night, usually around midnight, restricted number after restricted number. I answered yesterday, and he said, "Fuck you." It was definitely his voice. But the thing is, he had every opportunity to leave me alone. The cops have bullied me for going to them repeatedly, lying to me about what the legal obligations of theirs are, or what it is that I need to do, or where it is that I need to go. Like, I shouldn't be. I spent all of my money when I first got here running around in all the circles that I was told to go to in order to turn in the abuse. See, like I said, my abuse started in Colorado, and I've been trying to show people the evidence of the abuse, but nobody will look, nobody has time. As a result, like the assaults that I've had to endure from Andrew Wolnez, they're not even the only assaults or harassment that I have to deal with here. There's a bunch of youngins down at the Tillamook Sporting Goods parking lot that tear up the town every night, and I'm one of their favorite targets. They like screaming the N-word out the window at me, throwing fireworks at me, throwing pumpkins at me. I mean, I've got I've got literally recording after recording of them doing this.
I'm
I've
sorry to
also
hear
got,
that.
do what?
I'm so sorry to hear that. Is that something that's been happening recent?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this has happened nonstop, literally nonstop for the last 15 months. If I go a day or two without being messed with, it's a miracle. This happens everywhere I go, though. It doesn't matter where I move to. Like, I've been one end of the country to the other.
Okay. And are you wanting to stay in Tillamook County?
I don't have a choice. I have to live on $800 a month disability money. I live in my car. I don't have any friends. I don't have the ability to move anywhere. I had to get a P.O. box here, and I don't even have the ability to get to and from my P.O. box. So it doesn't matter where I want to be. There's no better place. There's literally not going to be a better place. No matter where I go, I have to take the abuse until somebody helps to stop it. And that means that they have to take it seriously. I cannot house myself. I can't defend myself. I can't protect myself. I have physical disabilities that make it very difficult to walk, let alone do anything else.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Are you wanting help with maybe calling law enforcement to make the report, at least for Andrew violating the restraining order? Is that
Yes,
something that you would like assistance with?
yes, ma'am. But also, I want it to be known that there's safety issues with the police department, and that I've been bullied by the courts even for trying to follow the instructions on how to turn those police in. So I'm needing help with the paperwork, not just with Andrew, but with the fact that this is ongoing abuse for 7 years. I mean, Natalie was shot in the head in December of 2017, and I've had to take this abuse since over a year before she was killed, and it just got 1,000 times worse as soon as it was all over the news that I was some sort of horrible monster, but nobody bothered to find out if it was true or not. They just assumed. That includes police. They committed a lot of felonies in Colorado before they found out that Natalie Bollinger was killed by Joseph Michael Lopez.
All right. And Sean, is this your cell phone number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down, and I've also made a few notes in regards to your situation. So I will process with the staff and see what we're able to do as far as any assistance with reporting. I'll try to get more information and then give you a call back once I do know a little bit more. I'm not too familiar with making reports for city police. So I'll try to get more information on that, and then I will give you a call back this afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. It's Friday, so it's real scary for me with it being Friday because I'll be stuck with no supports all weekend out in public, and I don't. Everything that I own is going to get taken. I need to find a place to take my car because there's a bunch of evidence of abuse against myself as well as child abuse. And I've been trying to turn that in too, but it just ends up being me getting talked over by law enforcement. They don't take any of the allegations seriously, so they never take a look at the evidence.
Okay. I will try to get back to you as soon as I can with any information that I can get.
Thank you, ma'am. A lady named Stormy said to ask to talk to a lady named Angie who works there, but I haven't been down there to do that yet because I've been running around doing all the things everybody else says I need to do to turn it in.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go ahead and talk to the staff, and then I'll process with them, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
fair and tides of change are two of the first places I went in town to turn in abuse. It just resulted in more abuse. Stormy was gonna go in with me a couple of days ago, but she wasn't able to make it. And then she was gonna go with me the day that the cops had all their BS. I was harassed last night. My record is skipping is typing on here. No, I'm not paying attention to chat. No, I wasn't sleeping. I was laying down trying to get my back to stop hurting. No, there ain't no such thing as partying in my life. It's just abuse. Let's see who just messaged me. How do I stop the abuse? I have to get a friend or family member to call these places with me and explain to them I'm telling the truth. I've been taking this abuse since I got here. All the stuff I'm told to do at all these places are all things I need help with. Instead of people helping me with those things, they send me back to these places that don't help with those things. When I'm assaulted, I need to be able to safely turn it in. And as a homeless man, I can't safely turn it in. People are dead. None of these folks were evil. Well, not intentionally anyway. Right? No, it's the fact that none of them are actually evil. A lot of these people are ignorant, selfish, stupid, greedy, lazy, but not evil. Ted Bollinger is evil. You don't do that shit to your own kids. Let's see if that place got back a hold of me. They say this afternoon, but they don't say when this afternoon, you know? All I've had to eat today is a banana, and I'm hungry as hell. My record is skipping, typed, where even are you? Who were you talking to earlier? Well, that's some stalker ass questions there. None of your business where I am, creepy ass stalker. And who was I talking with? I was talking to a place called Tides of Change. They're supposed to help domestic abuse survivors, but the thing is, there's a history there too. Like I said, you can't make it. You can't make a homeless male go to these places, they'll be dismissed. Their disabilities will be talked over and life is hell. Yeah, a little bit. Hope they'll set up an appointment to work with me, but it's gotta be while I'm close enough to do so. So that's the problem with people running me ragged, running around all these places while my vehicle still ran. Now I have to try to do it without a running vehicle. Meanwhile, I have to deal with the fact that my disability money has been ripped off repeatedly. Yeah, I'm disabled, but not when it comes to investigating abuse against me. No. I'm only disabled when it comes to ignoring abuse against me. My record is skipping typed. When you say assaulted, do you mean beat up? Yes. Not always completely beaten up, sometimes just smacked around. Sometimes people just throw beer bottles at me. Sometimes it actually hits me, sometimes it don't. Usually when I say assault, it's physical assault. When I refer to assault, I'm not a fucking pussy. I don't give a holy goddamn about verbal assault. Everybody is verbally abusive to me and no one gives a shit, so I'm verbally abusive too. And guess what? Again, nobody gives a shit. And it sucks. It's the only thing that actually gets heard. My record is skipping typed physically assaulted rather. I was just wondering, it looks like you're in a restroom. Nope, not in a restroom. Here's the thing. My record is skipping. If you could send me an email, I could send you some evidence and you could actually make some calls to places with me to stop the abuse. My record's skipping typed. Did that nice man pay for your insurance? Not that it's any of your business, but no, he didn't. What the hell? It just said call ended. What the hell was that about? My record is skipping type. Why not fight back? Because I fucking can't, stupid. I'm not fucking allowed. That's what mentally ill does in this country. It means anyone can hurt you whenever they want. You're not allowed to defend yourself. You just have to let them do it. There's also the fact that I am physically disabled. All right, I can't. All right, I have a cane to help me to fucking walk, to help me to stand up, and to help me to sit down. What do you mean, why not fight back?
Good afternoon, Dave Palmsworth State Farm. It's Kathy. May I help you?
Yes, ma'am, this is Sean. I called earlier.